When I start thinking about how I want to craft a story to share with our church, I start with a number of different things. Sometimes it can come just from a really great story or a lead that I hear from someone that I just think that's too great not to share. Other times I'll think about what's a core value that I really want our church, or I feel our church really needs to have a story to support. So if it comes to irrational generosity, or we're all about the capital C church, where are some stories out there that I can begin to sort of vet and begin to share with our church? And so that looks a number of different ways. If I get a lead, or if I find a lead, I'll typically start with a phone call or a Skype call to get to know the people, to get to know the person, to get to know the church a little bit better. I do that for two reasons. First of all, is the story that I've heard, or is the lead that I've gotten really true? Is what I've heard really happening? Secondly, I look for something I think is really important and sometimes really tough to navigate. It's, can that person or can that church share their story well? If I can get them on Skype, I can kind of gauge how well they're able to communicate that story. If I ask them one question, they talk for 50 minutes, I know this may be someone I'm going to have to work with a little bit. Or if they just have a tough time articulating with me in that instance, maybe a great story, but we may need to rethink about how we share that story. Now, if that goes well, we'll go ahead and we'll set up a time to shoot an interview or to come out and spend some time with them getting some photos. And that looks different with whoever it is and wherever it is, but we'll shoot an interview. Typically, I know what they're going to say because I've already talked to them, but I'll spend some time really developing more of a personal relationship with them so they're more comfortable to share their story on camera or to be comfortable in front of the camera. From then, I'll take what they've given me in an interview and I'll cut it down and I'll help shape the story to share with our church in a really great way that builds a message. Now, what I'm looking for whenever it comes to sharing the story and how I shape that interview, I typically start with a need. What was the need that someone had? Were they searching for something else? Have they been out of church for a while and they were at rock bottom and they needed a way out? What was the need that they had? And then how did God meet that need? Or how did God meet that need through the church and through the ministry? And then what does their life look like after it? So there's a beginning, there's a middle, and an end. What was the need? How was that need met? And what is their life like today? Because that's what our people want to hear. That's what our churches want to see, is how is God making a difference in people's life? And stories are a great way to share it.